All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're back up here, JC Lewis Ford here, and what we're going to be talking about today, we're in a used section. Okay, this is all used stuff that runs all through here. Look at this Gladiator right here. Look at this sweet Gladiator Rubicon. No, it's Rubicon hooks and the way it's set up here. And but we got a Rubicon right here. He's got 37s on this, 37 1250s on this dude right here. Look how nice that. Power steps. Notice they're in the down position, like I told you. It could just be that way because they were shut down. But usually, like I said, we see a lot of those people here that I talk to that they get stuck in the mud pretty good. But we got a Rubicon, double ditch lights on here by Rigid. Very nice. This guy put some money in it. Got the bracket plus a Rigid light bar on the top right there. Nice looking truck. I mean, he's got this thing set up pretty good. We got a winch on the front of this thing. Warren winch as well. It is not synthetic, but it is an Evo winch. VR 10,000 pound. Nice stubby bumper. I mean, he's got this thing done up pretty well. Look at this. Separate latch or new custom latches on there. Like I said, good looking Jeep. Beautiful setup on here, man. Nice looking setup. Wonder why he's dumping it out. But what we want to talk about today is if you're going to buy used, can you get extended warranties on them? Can you do a warranty on a used truck? And the answer is yes, you can. There's a lot of companies out there, from Car Shield to all kinds of them. And honestly, I don't have any experience with any of those, but I do have a friend that has quite a bit of experience with one particular brand, and I'm going to tell you about it, and maybe it'll be beneficial for you. And so, and you guys have heard me talk about him before in other videos, I think, when he was going through it. But my buddy James, he has a Super Duty right here like this, Power Stroke diesel, F250. It's either 2 or 350. I don't remember which one it is, but basically he has this truck right here in black. But that's what he's got. He's he does leveling and grading and all that stuff for a living, always pulling heavy trailers with skid steers and dozers and things like that on it. And he has one of these. He bought it with like 90,000 miles on it when he bought it, used. And he now has 230,000 miles on it. When he bought it used, he got a protection plan from Car Protection Plus. Okay, I think he paid $3,000 for it. It is unlimited time and unlimited miles. As long as he owns it, it is protected. Now, I don't know what the prices are now on these. Again, that was a few years ago. He's got 230,000 miles on it now. But it was $3,000 when he bought the truck. And he just recently, literally about 4 months ago, had the whole CP4, the whole fuel pump thing go out on him. Okay, that whole thing went out and could have been a nightmare. They caught it early enough, but not only did Car Shield, or that Car Protection Plus cover it for him, they let him pick and choose, so he didn't have to go to a dealer if he didn't want to. He could have, but they let him go to his trusted mechanic, who he knows and uses for all of his stuff and all of his other vehicles and all of his fleet stuff and everything like that. They allowed him to use him. They paid him directly. They did everything for him. He loves that warranty. And he's like, he was going to buy a ZR2 as a play truck this year as something to drive when he wasn't working. And he changed his mind because of that actual warranty. He's like, you know what? There's just no reason for me to spend 50 grand on a ZR2. He's like, it doesn't matter how many miles I put on this thing. It's covered. It doesn't make any difference. I can use it and use it and drive it and use it and use it and use it. And I have zero fears because of that warranty. And it cost him $3,000. $3,000 is about what you pay today on average for most of the trucks for a 5-year, 100,000 mile extended warranty. He has a lifetime unlimited mile warranty through them for that, and it's got it all covered on there. So, realistically, again, I don't know. Other than that, I've heard a lot of horror stories about Car Shield. I've heard a lot of horror stories about other things like that. I don't know that kind of stuff. I don't play in this used world, but many of you do, and I thought you would enjoy knowing that. And I told you about it when it happened, when he was going through that too. But Car Protection Plus treated my friend very, very well, and he is super happy that he has that company. And they even let him do some things on there, like they did ask him right off the bat too, like he just put new tires on it literally a couple days ago, and I was talking to him, I'm like, oh, you went 35s on there, no 37s? And he said, I was gonna do 37s, but when I had that fuel pump thing, the first thing they asked me is, did I do any mods? I said no. And he said, how big of tires did you put on it? And he said on there, he said, I have 35s on there right now. He said, okay, you're fine. They said, because you can't go over whatever it was, 5% of width and 7% of diameter or something like that, or it does void your warranty. Something to keep in mind for you guys that are, again, like this Gladiator. We got 2 Gladiators here. We got a silver one down there sitting on 37s, and we got a red one sitting on 37s right here. If you're planning on doing that, a lot of these warranties are going to fight you. They're not going to agree with you. If you go from what was considered 33s to 37s on here, it's going to probably jump you out of that warranty range. These are things you got to consider. We live in a world of sticklers and bean counters and attorneys that do all kinds of crap. But like I said, so something like this, you got to be cautious of. Look how cool that is. Love it. Love it. Just like I said, such a good looking Jeep. But if you're looking for a used vehicle, you're going to buy something used, all I can tell you is that, you know, not many people have enough experience with these companies and that kind of thing. And we do hear the horror stories. We hear the great stuff. Reviews are like they are for anything. You cannot trust reviews anymore today. Reviews are such a joke because you don't know how the people are and stuff like that too. Even on new stuff, you know, I have guys telling me, oh, my Gladiator is a big piece of crap. Well, okay, so you emailed me trying to tell me that your Gladiator is a piece of crap, and now we're in a conversation. Why is it a piece of crap? Well, I had to bring it in for this, this, and this, 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 and this, and this. And I'm like, oh my God, that is the most nitpicky things I've ever seen in my life. It made a weird noise one time at a red light, and it bothered me, so I brought it in, and they couldn't replicate it. I had to bring it back 4 more times, and they never could replicate it. So it happened to you 4 more times, they couldn't get it. No, it only happened to me the 1 time, but I brought it back 4 more times. You know, again, everybody is a unique person. You deal with them however you can, and you got to understand that. But when it comes to your used vehicle warranty, your used truck, you're not left hanging in the dirt because today the prices of repairs, it doesn't matter if this is a 21 Gladiator or it's a 25 Gladiator. The cost of repair is the same. If the engine goes, it costs the same to replace it in a 2020 as it does in a 2025. Transmission goes, same thing. Axles go, same thing. Doesn't matter what it is. Same with your F-150. A 2017 F-150 is no cheaper to repair than a 2025 F-150. Yet when we buy new, we get the luxury of warranty and options for extended warranty. When you want to buy used and save some of that, get rid of some of that depreciation and save yourself some money, a lot of times we're left hanging in the dirt on a good warranty. Again, I do not buy used and I cannot vouch for that stuff, but I have a friend, Car Protection Plus, he loves it and he's had experience with it and they treat him right every single time. So that's all I can give you on that. Hopefully it's enough to make it worthwhile or put a little bit of it into perspective for you, give you a starting point anyway. As always, research your stuff. Now, I've been to Car Protection Plus when he was telling me about that, and they have got so many different options and they list everything that's right there on their website, everything that's covered based on whether you go platinum or optimum or what packages you go with, and they're very straightforward, right up to date. Everything is right there on their website, nothing hidden. Everything is laid out for you, so it might be worth checking into if you're buying a used car. Like I said, if you look at the ratings for CarShield, we hear horror stories constantly. Your insurance company is another one. Your insurance company, like Allstate, when I bought my 2019 Ram 2500 and we put the extended warranty on that, we actually went with one through Allstate because we were insured through Allstate, and it was an excellent deal. Okay, and it was good. So sometimes your insurance companies, I believe Geico even offers them as well too. So maybe your insurance company will offer an extended warranty program for you to take advantage of too. Like I said, I would avoid CarShield just because I hear so many horror stories on it. I'm not really a fan, but this Car Protection Plus and what James has experienced with that is worth talking about, and that's what I'm doing here for you. And like I said, check with your insurance companies too, because they may offer it. So might your banks or credit unions. If you're financing through a credit union, which is always a good idea, they might also offer it too. So you got some options out there to look into. So just because the factory won't give you a warranty doesn't mean you can't get a warranty. And if you want one, get one. And I think they're worth it. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of warranties. I think they're a great idea with the cost of everything today. We did a video last year, I don't remember what it was, but the average repair cost when a vehicle comes into the dealership was like $2,200. That was the average repair cost. And that's an insane amount of money. That's the average. That's everything from a blown headlight to, you know, whatever the case is. These prices are insane to work on these vehicles today. Labor rates are $200 to $300 an hour at a dealership. They make more than attorneys do. Dealerships make more in service than many attorneys do. The prices of cost of repairing vehicles is insane. So understand that. And if you're buying used, this might give you some ideas and some options. So questions, comments, anything you got, put them down below. Thanks for watching.